स्टार्ट करायचंय का? म्यूट म्यूट आहे का म्यूट आहे? म्यूट करू ना आता? अच्छा स्टार्ट. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So today we are going to see the chapter Business Ethics and Corporate Governance. Okay. We have studied the first chapter. We have also studied the second chapter as well. Okay. Business ethics, the introduction part of the business ethics. Okay. We will do just a little bit of revision of business ethics. Okay. What do you mean by business ethics? This concept also I have explained before, but now we are again going to see the concept of business. Okay, the term business is derived from the word busy. Okay, business means being busy. Okay, it is a word which is helpful for the it is the word which is helpful for the terms to specify any kind of activity which is included in a long term duration. Okay, the activity which is included in here is a profession activity, which also include the term employment. Okay, business refers to any economic activity which is connected with the production or purchase and sale of goods or services, with the main objective to earn profit. Okay, profit is the main part of it. And if you see the next point, people engage in business to earn income in a form of profit. Okay, so over here in business activities, three things are included: business, profession, and employment. Okay, these three things are very much important part. Now the next point that we are going to discuss is the main objective of it. Okay, first of all, I have told you the objective, that is called as a profit motive. Okay, the second main objective, that is called as an exchange of goods and services for the satisfaction of human needs. Okay, now if you look at the characteristics of business, we can see there are few characteristics such as a sale or exchange of goods and services for the satisfaction of human needs, dealing in goods and services on a regular basis, profit earning, uncertainty of return, and business risks. So these are the points which is included in the terms of business. Then we are going to discuss about the economic objectivity. What is the economic objectives of business? See, the first economic objective of business is to earn profit. The second one is market standing. The third one is innovation, and the fourth one is best possible alternative use of scarce resources. Okay, we also know that the in India the resources which we are having is very scary. Okay, scary in the sense it's a limited resources, and if we have a limited resources, then we have to make a proper utilization of it, because sometimes alternative options are not available, right? At that time you have to utilize that resources in a proper way. We should not make any misuse of it, because if we make a misuse, it may be possible that in the future the resources may not be available for us. Okay, so we need to use in a proper way. Now there are some resources which are very scarce, and in future it may be possible that resources are not available to us. I will give you a few examples, such as example of petroleum, right? Nowadays, if you are using a petroleum, you are also having alternative options also. Okay, For a vehicle nowadays, there are lots of options are available. That is, alternative options such as gas is available. Even a vehicle can be run with the help of the gas. Okay, then there is a diesel facility is also available. Okay, now the cheapest facility, which is the newest one, that is called as electricity. Now the electric vehicle also available in the market, right? So due to which the utilization of the petroleum has been reduced. Even though while increasing in the population, we can say that the petroleum utilization is much there nowadays also. But with the help of the alternatives, definitely we can say that we can able to use the petroleum less in a future upcoming days, because at this stage we have a lot of alternatives availability. So this is called as a utilization of scarce resources in the best and alternative way. Okay, now we are going to discuss the second chapter. That is also we have finished, I think so. Yes, the third chapter also we have seen in the previous lecture. Okay, we are going to see the remaining part, that is the fifth one, that is called as challenges. Yes, this one is remaining challenges of environmental ethics. Okay, now if you see the challenges, there are a few challenges that we are going to see. Let us discuss the introduction part of the environmental challenges. Okay, environmental ethics is the main objective, and the guiding ethical standard is stewardship. Okay, with stewardship we draw the principle of conservation, sustainability, and moral responsibility. Okay, corporation have stated to develop a responsibility towards society. Okay, nowadays we can see there are lots of environmental protection, or we can say conservation things we need to do, because as per the increasing the population, we need to conserve our environmental aspects as well. Okay, but while increment in the population, definitely the land for the wildlife, and we can say for the farmers, has been reduced. Okay, nowadays the area of the city or metropolitan cities has been increasing, and the area of villages has been reducing drastically. And with the help of this, we can say that the area for the wildlife is also reducing. So we need to protect that. We need to see in that angle also. Okay, now as we have discussed earlier, the business ethics. I just want to give you more focus on the business ethics. Okay, what do you mean by business ethics? First of all, we need to understand that concept in a proper way. Then only we can go in a future, in a further sector. Okay, business ethics means what? This is the main thing we need to understand. First of all, it is an act, or we can say a decision or a behavior, if with the agreement with the prevailing norms of the standard of society. Okay, it is different from the law. Okay, business terms ethical decision provide the customer valid data of the product and services. Okay, free and informed choices, and opportunity to generate a greater commitment to the product in the organization that provides it. Okay, the basic element of business decision are ethical imagination, ethical identification and ordering, ethical evaluation, or we can say a tolerance of ethical disagreement and ambiguity. Okay, integration of managerial and ethical competencies as well. It is a sense of ethical obligations also. Now, it is different from the law. Okay, business law is a different part, and business ethics is a different part. Okay, ethics include a lot of commitment as well, as we have discussed earlier also in the earlier lecture also. It is a norms of standards of the society. Okay, ethical means what? It is a kind of a right, or we can say a protection act for the sake of the society. Okay, it's there should be no unfair means, there should be no unfair practices. Okay, whatever the product you are giving to the consumer, it should be in a proper budget. I mean to say, whatever the MRP is given, you can give the goods to the customer on the basis of MRP or less than that, but you cannot charge more than that, right? So these are the important aspect, and these are the important scenarios that you need to see. Okay, now in the book also they have given certain kind of information for the principle of business ethics. Okay, now increasing profitability and minimizing risks. Increasing profitability and minimizing risks is also one of the important factor. Okay, every business is oriented through profit and minimizing risks. Okay, there are five forces that affect the competition in a industry. Okay, revealing among existing competitors, threats of new entrants, threats of substitute products, bargaining bargaining power of suppliers, bargaining power of customers. So these five are the important terms. Okay, we are going to discuss the term one by one. The first one is rivalry among the competitors. Okay, now see, rivalry in the form of, there should be a fair rivalry. I mean, there should be a fair competition. Okay, see, if you go in uh, any society, you can any city. Okay, take an example of any one area. In that specific area, you can see a product availability. Not only in a one shop, but there are several shops in which you will get same product. So there will be a competition a lot, because that product is available in the different shop also. So there should be a proper fair competition between the shopkeepers, and each and every person, those who are present in the shop, they should give the product with the proper MRP basis. Okay, you can give a product on a discount basis to take an advantage of the demand from the customers, right? But you cannot sell that product on a above MRP. Okay, even if you try to sell above MRP, definitely you are not going to get a good demand in the market. Why? Because the people are not going to come to you to take the product from you, right? Right. So let us discuss the next concept, that is called as a Indian thought for business. Okay. Now let us discuss the Indian thoughts. Okay. India is known for her rich tradition of business since the earliest times. Okay. Now we can see there are lots of from the year 1991, there are lots of entries has been provided by the Prime Minister Narasimha Rao. At the time of that period, we are facing a lot of deficits. But nowadays, with the help of this LPG policy, liberalization, privatization, and globalization, we are providing a new entries for the new people, new foreign traders to come into the India and Indian economy, and to invest in India, and to generate a good revenue, because we are having a good amount of human resources availability. I mean, there are a lot of people, those who are very much educated, but they are not ready to get a proper job facilities. So over here we can see that the people, those who are having a good salary, or we can say the people, those who are having a good education, but a lot of people, those who don't have the job opportunities. So this LPG policy, the lot of people, they have got an opportunity of education also, and employment facilities also, because a lot of people, those who are getting an opportunity to work in the multinational companies, right? The foreign companies, those who are establishing their portfolio in Indian economy, right? So these are the advantage that a lot of peoples are getting from India. Now, if you see from the previous arena, okay, there are also a lot of traditions are there. Those who are depending more on their own business. Take an example of agriculture, right? The farmers, those who are doing the business, they are in the agriculture sector only. They don't want to go any other sector, right? Because they don't have the knowledge of that sector, and due to which they are not ready to take the new challenges. So these are the also comfort zone for them, right? The remarkable aspect of ancient India's business is the ability of the nation to remain as a pioneer or a highly successful player over many countries. Okay, many centuries, through developing strategies and structure with a native wisdom and characters. Okay, India is an ancient civilization with a long history of superior economic performance. Okay, the main guiding principle of the administration for the economy where that the state should run a diversified economy actively, efficiently, promptly, and profitability. Okay, agriculture, industry, and trade were recognized as a main sector of the economy. Okay, in India, we can say the agriculture sector is the important aspect. Industry and trade are the major sectors of the economy. Okay, trade was given a status of being the third most important activities after agriculture and industry. Okay, uh, writing in the context of South India, okay, the South Indian ethos, trade is recognized one of the most important economic activities after agriculture and craft. Okay, which also signified the sequence in which economy diversified into more specified activities beyond subsistence. Now, see, before independence also, a lot of people are doing the lot of people in the area of agriculture, but after independence you can see there is a drastic change between the people and the mentality of the mentality of the Indian people. Now you can see over here a lot of people those who are having the agriculture sector business, they are switching up to the service sector, right? They are starting their own business manufacturing, which is a good thing for them, because they are switching themselves from the old arena to the new arena, right? The tradition business has been vanished and they are coming with a new innovative entrance, which is helpful for them to earning more revenue as compared to the previous agricultural sector business. Nowadays this is also one of the important aspect, we can say, or we can say this is also a challenging factor for them to establish themselves in a new arena, right? So by looking at this scenario, we can say that yes, definitely in the upcoming days also India is having a brightest future for the people those who want to establish their own business, or we can say their own setups, right? So identifying these challenges and coming with the new situations and the new innovative techniques with themselves, definitely this prolonged addition activities is going to be helpful for them. Nowadays government is also providing a fruitful help to them. Okay, now for the new setups also government is providing the loan facilities, subsidies facilities. Okay, the people those who are from the SC/ST background, they are also getting a huge amount of benefits from them, right? So government is providing a lot of benefit to them, and with the help of this benefit, definitely the people those who want to establish their own business, they can take an advantage of it, right? But it depends upon their mentality whether they want to take this advantage or not, so first of all, what are the things is needed? They needed one of the important thing is the having having the potential to start a new business and having a proper guidance, or we can say a proper knowledge of the particular startup, then only they can able to start. Because see, education is also one of the important factor. If they are educated in that field, definitely they are going to have a good knowledge of it, and I think so they are going to be successful in future, because they are having a good knowledge of that product, that business setup. But if they are in a different sector and they want to start a new business in a different sector, definitely they are going to face a problem in future, right? So you need to understand these activities also. Now business in Asian India, see, Asian Indian business is very much different from the different activities. Now see, as I have told you, uh, uh, India is a civilization of agriculture sector. Now there are lot of different aspect also which is happening in our country, that we need to understand. Okay, see, in the book they have given the arena of 1200, 1400. What are the things has been happening historically, economical, historical background they have given in the book. Okay, so we are not going to go in deep in all this stuff. We need to study the next part, that is called as a strategies and structure. Okay, the main reason for the superior performance of India in business and trade was their unique unique strategies and structure. Okay, they are diverse by people through their their native vision based on the fundamental strength in the country. The state and the society played a proactive roles in the development of business. Now see, uh, in the book they have given the features of strategies. Asian India, in fact, did not need any strategies to succeed in business. Okay, the unique system developed by the society and the state for the functioning of the economy and business basic become a very native for the development of business. Now see, in the book they have given certain points which we are going to discuss. The first point is the proper attention and encouragement of business sector. Okay, Asian India gave business and trade a proper attention and encouragement. Definitely, the business sector cannot progress unless the economy function in an effective manner with contribution from the agriculture and industrial sector. Okay, it is also necessary for the continuous development that has been take place in the field of science and technology, education, and further interest in the business. Okay, ancient India took all the possible steps for the development of various field. Okay, now the field as we have discussed, that is a trade flourish at the domestic and the global level. All aspects of trade were given due attention for the taking up the overall responsibilities. Okay, now see, in the book they have given a few uh, statement about the Asian India civilization and the Asian trade organization. Okay, that you can see from the book. Now there are necessary steps has been taken to protect the trade. Okay, before independence also there are a lot of before independence you also know that the British Empire is existing in our country, right? They are also they have also established East India Company over here. They are also making a trade from India to different countries, right? So trading has been Asian time. From the Asian time also we are doing the trading, but the thing is that that trading is very much difficult as per the trading which is being done by now. Okay, at that time the restrictions are very much high. At this stage they have reduced the restriction and the liberalization policy has been also minimized. So the trading activities can be done very effectively. The only thing is that there are a few tariffs and trade that we need to understand with the help of the rules and regulation and the protection act which has been formed by the different countries. Every countries they are having their own phenomena. They are having their own rules and regulation that should be followed by the other countries as well, because they are selling the product to a particular country, but in a particular country whatever the rules and regulation has been formed, that we need to understand. Okay, in Indian Constitution Act also they have found a lot of trade protection acts also, those rules and regulation that also need to understand by the other countries also. I mean, the other countries they should also have to follow the rules and regulation which has been established by them. Okay, because they are circulating their production to Indian company. They are circulating their trade. They are making the trade from the other countries to Indian countries. So what we need to do, we need to understand whatever the rules and regulation is there. The other countries should also have to follow that rules and regulation, because they are sending their products to us. They are exporting the goods to our country. So whatever the rules and regulation they are, the Indian country has been formed, they have to follow, because the goods are coming from their country to our country. Okay, now such like that also Indian country companies, whether it is private or the governmental organization, they also have to follow the rules and regulation which is set up by the foreign countries, right? Because our goods are being going to be there in the foreign. So at this stage, the rules and regulation and the trade and tariff which has been formed by the other countries, that also we need to understand, and we need to follow the rules and regulation which is formed by their country's organization, right? Each and every country they are having their own tariff barriers. Okay, suppose the goods is been transported to our country, uh, the country which has been transferring the goods, they also have to follow the rules and regulation which is being standardized by our country, right? Because their goods are coming in our country, so we need to understand that rules and regulation. So these are the important aspect that to be followed by both the countries to whom the goods transaction has been done. Okay, now the second point is the development of commercial towns, trade centers, and the parts and infrastructure. Okay, Asian Indian established commercial cities and the trade centers. Besides creating the required infrastructure for the promotion of trade. Okay, and now see, they have given certain rule statements statement, Agarwala notes, commercial cities like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro were found in the 4th and the 3rd millennium BC. Okay, trade center also came up with the Western India in the 4th and the 3rd millennium BC, resulting in the dominance of Indian society by merchant. These commercial people were instrumental is bringing about the first uh, mercantile revolution. India thus become the great exporting country. Now, in the book, they have given a lot of commercial cities such as Patliputra, Maheshwar, Taxila, uh, Ujjain, Varanasi, Mathura, Kachi, Madura, Boraj, Tirampali. So were the established over the year. Okay, these are the centers of trade. Okay, Boroj. So exclusively arrangement were made for the domestic and the foreign traders to facilitate trade. Now the state took over the responsibility for creating the necessary infrastructure facilities. Okay, the king shall promote trade and commerce by setting up trade routes by land and by water and the market towns and port. Okay, if notes further trade routes shall be kept free of harassment by country's staff, office, officials, and the other stuff. Okay, now promotion of guides and mercantile classes. Okay, the unique feature the unique feature of the unique feature of the ancient Indian business was GULD. Okay, GULD were unique type of organization found by the communities of artists, uh, merchant, etc. The primary objectives of these GULDs was to keep the members together to look after their interests. They function a multidisciplinary organizational with the prolonged by the state. Such GULDs have been existence since the early Buddhist period. Okay, so these are the important merchant classes which has been given on your book. Now self-employment, freedom, and regulation. Okay, in Asian economic system were largely based on the self-employment. Okay, the self-employment situation which we are looking at this stage, even in our countries also, the arena of self-employment is also being increasing. Why it is so? Because the government help. Okay, the proper government subsidies is being transferred to the people those who want to start their own business. So at this stage also nowadays, people are depending more upon their own startup. Okay, which is being helpful for them to start their own business without any harassment or without any kind of restriction which is being governed by the government of India, right? Because the government of India, they are also providing a small scale business orientation. Okay, now if you look at the countries like Japan. Okay, Japan, which is located in Asian region only, they are more dependent on their self business, right? The developing countries such as China, which is our neighborhood, you can also see that the countries are having a more manufacturing such of products, which is also being a helpful task for them. Okay, so these are the important factors and we need to understand this factor in a proper way. Okay, now initiative and innovation. Definitely Asian India society encourages and supporting in an initiative of various kind of matters related to the economy and business. These are the reason why development has been taking place all along. Okay, looking back, one would say that initiatives such as the corporate forms of organization and arrangements such as guilds were path breaking. Okay, now encouragement for the people engaged in trade to go outside the countries on the business and the promotion of the department to look after the interest where they are among in many initiatives, right? In our countries also we can see there are a lot of countries which is India made. Okay, that is called as a self-made business orientation. Over here also we can see lot of companies, they are having a setup in our country, but they are also having the branch in other countries, right? If they are having a branch in other countries, definitely we can say that, you know, our country's development is also being in a progressive way, right? Because we are also exporting the goods a lot in a form of establishment of business, right? It is not just developed countries such as European countries or American countries, they are coming in setting up their business in India, but we are also in a position to set up the business in other countries as well. So we can also say that our countries, our economic industrialization and economic development is also taking place in a progressive way, right? At this stage, a new setup and a new startup which has been established by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. They have also given a more focus and more initiative to start with this new setup, new we can say a new startup which is being oriented for the sake of the new graduated people, those who want to start their own business. It is a really a key helpful system for them uh, to make identified themselves in a open market, right? Because they are the person, those who want to grow their business, and which is also being helpful for the sector of economic development and economic growth in our country perspective. Okay, nowadays we can say, you know, even today also we are also depending more upon the Chinese product, right? Because the market which has been taken from the China economy in India is very large, and the people, those who are from our country, they are not ready to make a production of such products because the prices are very high, right? So we need to reduce the prices, but we cannot do that. If we started to reduce the prices of our own product, then definitely we are the companies, those who are those who are making that kind of product, they are going to face a problem in future because they are going to be in a loss. So the cheapest product which has been selling by the China, they have really dominated the Indian market. And even today also we can see the Indian market is not in a position to make such kind of products. So new setup and new startup is definitely going to be helpful for the Indian people to stand up on their own and to fight with the Chinese competitive products, right? So at this stage, for the today, we are just going to discuss that much, and in the upcoming days, we are going to see the remaining part. Thank you very much. बंद करू का? झाले ना? बंद कर. बंद.